Hello, hello. Thanks for wandering in. I hope you guys are doing okay today. My name is Angel, and if you need any personal readings, the links are in the description. I've seen some stuff getting ready for this reading. Not the Tower card, but some cards pertaining to time and crumbling. There's something falling away, but you need the time to recalibrate. So it's a very unstable situation, which is strange because I feel like that's exactly what humanity is going through anyway. And this was one card I got out right before the reading, the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you, which is always easier said than done, right? Let's see. Controllers are being controlled. The distractors are now the distracted. So something is working on your behalf to help you out because there's too many forces at play. People, groups, what have you. Can even look at things like political and financial that is just so unsteady right now. As above, so below, but even stronger is as within, so without. Embrace dramatic changes. Extra grace must keep you moving despite the obstacles. Yeah, the few cards I saw before I started this, I knew it's a pretty intense feeling. Replace procrastination and dissociating with accountability and proactive drive to support your values and obligations. And do not take that if it doesn't resonate, because I know that sometimes if we put too much pressure on ourselves, it's what the enemy wants to confuse you, to keep you spinning your wheels so that you end up exhausted and you're still right back where you started. So don't do that to yourself. But if you know that you've been through so much trauma that you're having a really hard time processing what's happened to you, it is time to learn how to move while that tower is crumbling, while the sands are still, I don't know what you call it, like pouring down and things are unsteady and it's hard to find solid ground to stand on. Sometimes you do have to learn how to be flexible. Many times I will pray to be grounded and rooted like the trees so that I can handle the storms that come, but to be flexible, have limbs that can move with that storm so they don't break. Cards are being a little... it is strange. The energy of like almost you being rushed, but yet the solution isn't quite born yet. It's like you're in a stasis or it's almost like someone is trying to induce labor of a dream of yours that has not really gotten to come to fruition yet or something. And it's no fault of your own. It's circumstances. It's things around you doing things that's out of your control. They're really not speaking. You've got the Knave of Cups reversed. They're probably wanting me to feel that out first. Hangman. Oh, okay. So someone thinks they're lovesick, but if you've read a recent post of mine, that's not what love is. It doesn't work like that. Love sets you free. It gives you wings like Red Bull, okay? It doesn't, it's not, usually when someone's lovesick, it's lust, and it's got a level of perversity to it. It doesn't mean that person is necessarily thinking perverse thoughts, but they don't understand the vampiric attachments that feed off of human desire and loneliness. And they feel like they're sacrificing everything for what they love. But the problem is they don't know what love is. It's kind of those tales of sacrifice that you see. Are they for good or not? Do people so question that? Like when Odin sacrificed himself for knowledge, or he didn't have any problem sacrificing others either. Someone willing to hang on a tree to get what they want, willing to sell their soul to get what they want. And whoever this was, they did have everything in the past, so they thought. Like they had the money anyway. They had what looked good, right? They're aiming to conceal something. Probably a new beginning. So you have the Four of Wands there. So they're trying to restructure a new life. It's almost not going to come out. Let's see. It's hard to explain, but I feel as though there is somebody who is like living a double life. The hangman, even itself, the crossing, it's like the double life. It's like to sacrifice or not to sacrifice oneself for something. So they've already figured out how to be financially set. And they have a good foundation. Like they have, the home, what appears to be nuclear family, whatever. But they're lovesick over something that they can't have. No, that one. And I'm concerned that it's not. It's almost like sometimes I don't like to speak too much too soon, but I feel as though maybe some of what you are going through, either you're relating to what I'm saying as they, but I feel as though this person might have made things in your life difficult because they're not happy with theirs. Like they have everything they could ever want in the physical realm, but what they don't have is what they think love is. But just because they can spot the light doesn't mean that they are the light. And just because they want the light doesn't mean that's love. Good grief. This is some harsh fighting coming. Some of you are going to be defending yourself. Or you're going to have someone coming in trying to lie to you, but it's not even going to be like, no, I should say someone's trying to make you defend yourself. Like someone's trying to force you into a defensive stance. That's how they get you. They've probably done this to you in the past. I used to say, oh, of course, because you've got the King of Cups. How come this person's going to end up confessing how much they love you? Boo-hoo-hoo, look at this. But they're still crafting some kind of financial control over your life or someone else. This really just looks to me like someone who is I feel like this is someone maybe you used to know, or like say like an ex, and it's like they're trying to put you on the defensive. I used to always say, play defense, you lose with a narcissist. They need you on the defensive. And you might actually shock yourself because you might literally just not. Like, maybe usually you do feel like you have to explain yourself and walk on eggshells, but maybe you just don't have the energy anymore. Whoever this is really fears the Wheel of Fortune moving, like things moving forward, like things changing. They're trying so hard to hide something. Like they're really concealing. Looks to me like they're concealing how much wealth they have, to be honest. I mean, like 10 of coins in the past, 4 of wands beneath them. It almost looks like they have what looks like a happy marriage to everyone else. But it's like they don't want you to know. And I think this person is actually wearing themselves out trying to keep up a facade that's just not true. And eventually, if they cannot get you to fight with them, they're going to end up using emotions to try to manipulate you. Like, that's probably the ultimate outcome. I think they're going to try to send a side piece, something somewhere, something to get to you. Okay. Like, if you're their partner. If it doesn't work, they're just going to use emotions. They're going to boohoo in a cup and beg for you to take them into your arms ever after. But like this, when I split the deck, if they can't get their emotional fix, they're going to manipulate with money. That's just what it looks like to me. I don't know, sometimes these like the eye roll, my eye rolling down the hill. Okay. Oh, I didn't even know that one came out with this. Okay. Those who wish harm on me return to sender 3 times 3. Those who wish harm to me and mine return to sender 9 times 9. So it is. Thing I always say. Who taught me slowing down, healing, and treating my pain was dangerous. Users and abusers, that's you. Okay. That makes sense because when I saw the crumbling and the time before this started, and then getting that, and then all this, it's almost like this is all about them. They need you to focus on them. Like they're so self-centered that they don't even want you to have time to heal, have time to have down. You're not allowed to have downtime. You have to be focused on them. Don't punish yourself when you need rest from burnout. That was groomed into us by abusive, greedy ruling class. You are more valuable in a well-rested, creative state. Demeter searches for her daughter. Goddess of harvest sustains as Mother Earth. Let's see. Oh, don't fall down. That one? The willow. That's strange that came out after what I had mentioned about being rooted but being flexible. And it's reversed. I really think you'll do... Oh, I mixed them up. Crap. I hate it when I do that. Story of my life. Okay. And I keep seeing Raphael. This Raphael coming out, isn't it? Okay. I think y'all do really need to be careful. That is so funny. First, I need to say be careful that they don't try to make you break, okay? But I think it's going to be okay because it is creating like a fated meeting, a journey and a fated meeting. Whatever they're trying to do to stop you from moving forward is actually giving you something new. The Queen of Scrolls reverse. That reverse. That's all hinting at like not fulfilling your purpose. Whoever this is that's in your energy, in your space, and that's been bothering you is going to be someone who is not here to fulfill their purpose. They have no desire to, nor will they ever. They're here because they're avoiding their fate. They know that when they move on, they will never be able to move on up. So it's like they're coming back lifetime after lifetime to try to hold you back, and you're probably not the only one they're trying to hold back, because these types of people, they're a special kind of evil that always end up holding people back lifetime after lifetime. With Gabriel here, You're probably going to find your voice. I just don't think it's going to be in the way that they want. It might be. You might shock yourself and say something very bold. But it's still probably not what they expect. The loving elementals reversed. You've probably got a lot of inner child healing to do. And this again, like with the time, there's time, it's something about time and then the crumbling of the old. Like there really is this strange sense of transition, like where you're stuck and you can't really see what is happening. Let me see. I have this quote that Spirit gave me on my board. And I had this on here for weeks, and I don't want to take it off until I can put it somewhere where I won't lose it. It is being born out of darkness because it is so new. The past doesn't support it at all. Neither does this moment and current creative. Wait, hold on. Where is it at? Oh, does peace become sustained through disease? Neither does this moment and current creative awakening. So, in other words, to have this new life, if you can sense it and feel it, because I think a lot of us are going through this transition almost like, like a timeline shift or something where you are starting to create from within rather than letting circumstances try to create for you. We're often taught so much how to limit ourselves. And I think sometimes it's so new that your past doesn't support it at all. Like there's just so much about your past that is in the way. And so it almost just has to completely die to make space for what is new, because you can't have peace in a diseased state, right? Because disease is like dis-ease. The false person reversed, short illness reversed. Main male, small child. Yeah, whoever this is someone who's probably actually either lied to you about this or is trying to make you feel as though you've had past lives with them, and maybe like that you died in childbirth or something, and so um, you're their long lost love and everything, and something about that is not quite accurate. We've got the false person reversed, or illness reversed. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like they're either feeding off of dreams you've had of a past life, or they're using some kind of like a trope to make you feel like they're more connected to you than they really are. Let's see, the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Like the becoming. You're actually able to crack open that multidimensional self, the multifaceted self. That it shines like rainbows. It's so bright. And I know I've said this before. It's like when someone is in their shadow and they're approaching you, it doesn't matter how bright you are, because their own shadow gets in the way. They can't see you for you. It's like they can see your light, but then the closer they get, they see their own shadow, and they start like projecting all of their own evil and negative and crookedness onto you, because it's like they get so angry that they see this light, and the closer they get, the darker it gets, but they don't realize this because they're in the way. Because your light, in a way, still is a reflection of the sun, of the ultimate truth. And they can't see it because they're blocking the view. Okay, I'll pull one more and then I'll close it out. I like to have some affirmation cards, so we're not like ending it with just, negative. I love that one a lot. I think this is happening to many of us. As we become more and more of ourselves, the ones who might have been attached to us through many lifetimes, but for the wrong reasons, they don't want to let you go because they can't find the light. They never were light. Greeting wellness. Balance is the key to all life. To all life. To a life of infinite miracles. Balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. It is a strange balance you're having to walk. between the end and the beginning, the crumbling and the time and space to get to that new life. um, I hope that this helps some. I feel like the space is so vast that it's almost like I feel like there's more I should keep going into, but that's what the space is for. It's almost like you have to sit with it. I'll talk to you next time.